Okay, let's be honest. Have you ever looked back on a decision you made and just cringed? You know, that feeling of, what was I even thinking? Well, today, we're going to build a toolkit for your brain. We're diving into the absolute genius of Charlie Munger and his masterpiece, Poor Charlie's Almanack, to help you make smarter, more rational choices starting now. So let's kick things off with a question that, probably hits a little too close to home. Why do really smart people, and yep, that includes you, so often make just awful decisions? It's this bizarre paradox that Charlie Munger was obsessed with. And trust me, his answer is the key to everything we're about to unpack. And this right here, this quote is the master key. Munger's famous analogy just slices right through all the complexity. See, the problem isn't that we're not smart enough. It's that our mental toolkit is way too small. If all you've got is a hammer, then suddenly every single problem you face, your job, your relationships, your money, it all starts to look exactly like a nail. And that leads us right into something we can call the one-tool trap. And believe me, this is a cognitive pitfall that gets absolutely everyone, from college professors to Fortune 500 CEOs. Munger had such a great way of putting this. He said, our brains are basically wired to be lazy, to take the easy path. So if we only have one or two mental models to work with, we will literally torture reality to make it fit what we already know. We twist the facts, we completely ignore stuff that doesn't fit, and we cram the entire messy world into our tiny, neat little box. Okay, so if having just one tool is the problem, what's the solution? Well, lucky for us, Charlie Munger spent his entire life building what might just be the most powerful mental toolkit ever put together. Now, for anyone who might not know, Charlie Munger was the guy you always saw next to Warren Buffett, his right-hand man at Berkshire Hathaway for decades. But honestly, calling him just an investor misses the point completely. This guy was an architect of thought. He was a master of pulling ideas from all over the place. And he was convinced that being endlessly curious and never stopping learning, well, that was the secret sauce for success, not just in business, but in life. So what was Munger's big solution? It's as elegant as it is powerful. He called it the Latticework of Mental Models. The whole idea is to stop living in your own little intellectual bubble. To really truly see the world clearly, you can't just be an expert in your one little field. You have to go out and borrow the biggest, most powerful ideas from everywhere. We're talking physics, biology, psychology, you name it, and then weave them all together in your head. And Munger was super clear on this point. Just memorizing a bunch of facts is totally useless. That's just for trivia night. The lattice work is a working structure. Think of it like a mental scaffold where you hang all of your experiences. And when you do that, you suddenly start to see these incredible patterns and connections that pretty much everyone else is missing. All right, let's open up this toolkit and grab our first tool. And this one, it's so simple, it's almost deceptive. It's a mental habit that a brilliant mathematician once summed up in just 3 words: invert, always invert. This is, no joke, one of the most powerful thinking tools you will ever use. So instead of always thinking forwards, like, how do I succeed? You just flip the whole problem upside down. You ask yourself, what could I do to absolutely guarantee that I fail? It's amazing, because once you figure out what leads to total disaster and just avoid that stuff, the path to success often becomes crystal clear. You know, Munger's favorite example of this came from the legendary late-night host Johnny Carson. Someone asked him, Johnny, how can I be happy? And Carson said, I have no idea. But then he said, I can tell you exactly how to guarantee a life of misery. And what were his top 3 prescriptions? Getting hooked on chemicals, being consumed by envy, and holding on to resentment. Think about it. If you just manage to avoid those 3 things, you've pretty much already won half the battle for a happy life. That's inversion right there. And Munger absolutely loved this quote from Samuel Johnson, which just nails that last point. Resentment, it's like drinking poison yourself and hoping the other person gets sick. It's totally self-inflicted. So by just flipping the problem of happiness on its head and deciding to actively avoid the stuff that guarantees misery, you get this amazing, stunning clarity on how to actually live a good life. Okay, time for tool number 2. For this one, we've got to look at the source code of our own brains. It's all about understanding the built-in bugs in our mental operating system, what Munger brilliantly called the psychology of human misjudgment. Munger's logic here is so simple, but so deep. How can you expect to be a rational person if you have no clue what makes you irrational? It's impossible. You have to become a student of your own psychology, all those little biases and mental glitches that are constantly pulling your strings behind the seams, usually without you even realizing it.
Now, Munger found dozens of these little mental bugs, but let's just grab 3 really big ones. First up, incentive-caused bias. Ever seen a good person do a terrible thing and wondered why? Just follow the money or the power. Look at the incentives. Next, there's social proof. We're herd animals. We're just wired to follow what everyone else is doing, even if the herd is running right off a cliff. And finally, one of my favorites, deprival superreaction. The mere thought of losing something we have, or even just something we think we have, makes us go crazy. We'll fight tooth and nail for something we didn't even care about 5 minutes ago.
So, the big question is, how do you actually start building your own toolkit, your own latticework of mental models? The good news is, this isn't about having a genius-level IQ. It's about having discipline. So what's the actual game plan? Well, Munger lays out 3 steps. Number 1, read. And not just read, but read like a maniac, all over the place. Don't just stick to what you know. Read history, psychology, biology. Get out of your comfort zone. 2, identify the big ideas. As you're reading, be on the hunt for those fundamental, game-changing concepts that apply to almost everything. And number 3, and this is the most important, practice. Actually use these tools. Don't just let them sit there gathering dust in your brain. Apply them to real problems every single day.
And really, that's the heart of it all. This isn't about becoming a genius overnight. The real goal is just relentless, day-by-day progress. Like Munger said, just try to go to bed every night a little bit wiser than you were when you woke up. That simple habit, when it's compounded over a lifetime, that's the most powerful tool there is. So I'll leave you with this. What's one small thing you can learn today?